Hey y'all, gonna do this for a few folks, might as well put it up, but doing it on request because I have a friend whose shoulder's hurt. With that said, also gonna do it in jeans so I can show people that you can do yoga in anything. It doesn't just have to be yoga pants. Anywho, go ahead and come to a comfortable seat. Let's do a little bit of breath work and grounding to start ourselves off, and then we will go from there. So grounding down through the sit bones, through the crown of the head up to the sky. You tuck the chin ever so slightly. A nice deep inhale through the nose, like you're making a small snoring sound in the back of the throat, and then exhale through the mouth. Go for 3 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Exhale. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Coming back into normal breath. Keep ourselves positive and happy by staying in a space of thankfulness and gratitude. So we give gratitude for the earth and for the indigenous peoples of the land that we're seated upon, for the practice of yoga, and for Black and Brown people as the original creators and sustainers of the practice. Give gratitude for our bodies and for ourselves. And if there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to send a little bit of extra gratitude or blessings to, or call in an order protection of, you can do so now. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and slowly open your eyes. Come back into the room and into this space. Think about orientating yourself and looking back behind you. Slow it down. Look back that opposite way. Slowly bring yourself back to center. A lot of times when stuff is going on in our shoulders, it means stuff is going on in our necks. So hands tent out to the sides, roll back and down through the shoulders, and lift through the sternum and the heart. Engage your low belly. So think about like the bandha. It's that space right in between your sit bones, right? Pull up and in on that, and then pull up and in right below the belly button, in between the pelvic floor. And then drop the chin down towards the chest. And then inhale, bring the chin back to center. And then let your ear rock over towards your right shoulder. Think about elongating through the crown of the head, through the tip of the shoulder. And hands can stay tented out to the sides. You can always sweep this hand in and kind of coax the head into it, but it doesn't have to be a whole lot of pressure. Nice deep inhale, breathe here. And take your breath all the way up into the skull. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly let the head come back to center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Let the head rock over to the side. Pull down through the shoulder. You can always deepen this, right? With your hands tented, you start to kind of press down through the palms. Nice deep inhale here. Breathe into it. Again, you can always take your head. We have a tendency to kind of tilt down here. Try to keep your ear moving towards your shoulder. So big, long line. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly bring your head back to center. And then tilt your chin up towards the front corner of the room. Think about kind of pulling through the front part of the neck, but you're not rocking way back in your head. Big inhale here. And think about relaxing and releasing through your jawline. You can always like massage it out too. There's a bunch of like muscles here in the face that you can think about like stretching and massaging into. Big inhale. And then exhale, bring your chin down towards your chest. So big compression of your thyroid here. Press the chin in towards the chest and try to swallow a couple of times. And then inhale. Chin comes back to center line. Do a couple small movements with the head and the neck. So you don't have to really crank back on the head, but you're just bringing your head forward and letting it kind of rock back. And then move it towards that opposite side. Bring your head back to center. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, pull the hands down to heart line. We'll think about getting into our shoulders, but doing a little Kapalbhati breath. So press the palms out and away from you, and then pull the palms up to the sky. In Kapalbhati, the inhale happens automatically. You focus on your exhale. So it's like, shh, 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 shh. So you pulse your low belly in towards your spine. Okay, nice deep inhale. Exhale, clear the lungs. And then we pulse. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Hands come down to your sides again. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, hands pull down through heart line, and then interlock your fingers the opposite way, that uncomfortable grip, and press your palms out and away from you again. And then inhale, arms come up. Exhale, clear the lungs. And then you pulse. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Go ahead and slowly, let's rock over. Actually, while you're still sitting here, take your hands out in front of you. So arms come up. Hands move down through heart line. Swim, so breaststroke your arms out and around and bring them back behind you. Interlock your fists. And keep a little bit of a gap in between your spine and your fists, but press your fist down to the mat as you pull your chest up. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. Maybe you kind of shift back and forth side to side here. Again, big inhale. And then exhale. Release. Give the hands a little shake. And then inhale, arms come high again. Exhale, hands move down through heart line. And then swing the arms out and around again, and interlock your fingers back behind you. Uncomfortable grip this time, so the grip you don't normally take. Rock back, press into your fists, and press up through the chest. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. 2 more, big inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Come forward, release the hands, give them a nice little shake. And then go ahead and take your hands out in front of you and crawl your fingers out in front. So lengthening through the spine, pull in on the low belly. You let your head hang right in between your shoulders and your biceps. Try to keep your sit bones and your femur bones down on the mat in front of you. You want to come into it with a flat back rather then a rounded spine, right? So you lead with your heart as you come down and over. Nice deep inhale. Breathe into your back body and your shoulders and let your head just rest right in between the tops of the shoulders. Breathe into the spine, exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk the hands back towards the knees, rock back on the sit bones, and change up the cross of the feet. Nice deep inhale here. And then exhale, walk the hands out in front of you. Check in with your ankles, the tops of your feet, how you're holding here. Remember, you can let your head just set in between your shoulders, the tops of the biceps, as you roll your shoulder blades down your back. And breathe into the upper part of the rib cage. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk the hands back towards you. Go ahead and rock yourself forward onto your hands and knees. Bring yourself into a cat-cow. So hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. You can kind of wave your hips back and forth, side to side, right? Checking in with anything that you might be holding. You can go slow, you can go fast, but just checking out where you're at today. And then inhale, chest pulls forward. Exhale, press and pull. 2 more, inhale. Chest pulls forward. You don't have to crank back on the neck. You can just pull forward with the heart. And then exhale, press and pull. 1 more time, inhale. Chest moves forward. And then exhale, press and pull. Inhale back into table. Take your right hand underneath your face. And then take your left hand all the way up to the sky. Big inhale here. Exhale, thread the needle. You come down onto your right shoulder or your left shoulder. So your right hand can serve as a pillow underneath your head. You can also come off side of your mat, creating a 90-degree angle with your bicep and the forearm. You also can extend it so you look up underneath your armpit. If you can do more, you can kick and step back with that right foot. And if you can do more, you can swing your foot out towards your hand. Right? So it really just depends on how much weight you can bear in that shoulder. You can also take your hand back behind you to grab onto the inside of your thigh. And then slowly come out of it the same way that you went in. You take the hand right next to your face and swing your foot back if it's there. Knee comes down to the mat, press into your palm and sweep yourself high. Exhale, hand comes down to the mat, and then balance out your spine by inhaling into your cow and then exhaling into your cat. Again, inhale into cow. My hips, and then exhale into cat. Inhale, come back into table. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So left hand comes underneath the face. Right hand comes all the way up to the sky. Reach and open up through the chest here. And then sweep the palm and come down onto your shoulder. Again, you can use your left hand as a pillow underneath the head. It can come offside on the mat, creating that 90-degree angle. It can come up towards the top of the mat. You can also take it back and around to grab onto the inside of your thigh. This back leg can come and extend out. Again, it depends on how much weight you can bear on your shoulder. You don't have to do everything, right? So discomfort is fine, pain is not okay. On the other side of discomfort is change. On the other side of pain is just more pain. Sweep your leg out if you can. Nice deep inhale. Or if it's something that's calling to you. Exhale, hold. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale, release. Hand comes down to the mat. Sweep that foot back. Press. And then sweep that arm back up to the sky. And then hand comes underneath your shoulder. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Inhale. back into table. Go ahead and take your sit bones down towards your heels. So you're sitting back on your heels. If it's a lot, you can take your knees wider. You can also sit on a block or a pillow or a blanket. Okay. So same thing that we did with our hands coming back behind us. That first time interlocking, but this time we're gonna sweep our arms high. And then hands are gonna come down through heart line, and you're gonna swim the arms out and back and behind again. You're gonna interlock your fingers and pull down through your fists. Here, lift through the heart, engage your low belly, and then you're gonna let yourself fall down and over the tops of the thighs as your fists pull away from your low back and ascend up to the sky. Your forehead is down on the mat. Nice deep inhale. If this is a lot on your knees and your sit bones aren't back towards your heels, you can be up here. Just try not to load the head or the neck with any weight. Okay? Nice deep inhale. And exhale, hold. One more time, inhale, pull up through the fists. You can kind of move the fist back and forth, side to side, just to open up through the shoulders a little bit. And then use the strength of the hands. Squeeze the hands together to be the thing that pulls you back up. Release, give the hands a shake. We're gonna do the same thing again, but interlock the hands that opposite way again this time. So inhale, arms come high. Exhale, hands pull down through heart line. Swim the arms out and around again. Interlock your fingers that opposite way. Pull down through the fists. Big inhale. And then exhale. Come down and over the tops of the thighs. Slow and steady. Forehead comes down towards the mat. And then fists lift. Try to keep a nice tight grip with the fists, as tight as you can, right? And maybe you're way down here still. Wherever you're at is where you're supposed to be. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. Again, big inhale. Exhale, slowly use the strength of the hands to pull you back up as you engage your low belly. Release. Give yourself a shake here. Come down onto your seat. We're gonna keep it all seated today. So extend through that right foot. That left foot comes to the inside of your thigh. You press here. We're gonna reach over into a Janu. So you're gonna take your two peace fingers on your right hand. They sail down the inside of the leg and hook underneath the ankle on the outside of your Achilles. You press and then sweep. This arm comes up and over. So you're opening up through your side body. You can reach for your toes, but you're trying more to open up through your heart and your shoulders here. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. Settle into it. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Rock back on your sit bones. Change up the cross of the feet. So right foot to the inside of the left thigh, two peace fingers. Sail down the inside of the leg on the outside. They come underneath the ankle and hook on the outside of the Achilles. And then again, turn and twist. So arm comes up, open up through the heart, elongate through your rib cage. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, hold. Again, your hand can come back behind you to kind of get into that shoulder a little bit more. Big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Bring yourself all the way back up. Bring your feet into a butterfly pose because I like them. And if you want to open up through the outside of your hips, right, because shoulders are attached to hips, you can take your feet further away from you. If you want to get into your groin more, which today I'd recommend like your hips and the outsides of your knees, push your feet away from you. And it's the same thing, right? You lead with your heart as you come down and over the tops of the thighs. You can use your elbows on your knees to press as you let your third eye come down to the inside of your feet. Nice deep inhale.
Breathe right in between the shoulder blades. Exhale. One more time, big inhale.
And then exhale, slowly release. Bring yourself all the way back up. Release the legs. Bring them out in front of you. Move the knees. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, let yourself come down and over the tops of the thighs. Grab onto the outside of the feet, or you can bind your big toes. Pull yourself forward. Pull through the collarbones, right, and the heart, rather than rounding into it. Here, big inhale. Flex the toes back towards the face. And then exhale, slowly release. Walk yourself back up. Shift your hips forward. And then let yourself come all the way down onto your back. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Pull your shoulders and roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Shifting back and forth side to side. And then slowly, you can take the soles of the feet down to the mat and extend them out and come into your Shavasana. Your toes flop out to the side, palms face up to the sky. Breathe here. And exhale. I'm gonna read a poem as you lay and breathe. So this is a poem from The Secret Power of Yoga, The Woman's Guide to the Heart and Spirit of the Yoga Sutras. A wise woman who was traveling in the mountains found a precious stone in a stream. She reverently placed the gem in her bag. The next day, she met another traveler who was hungry. The wise woman opened her bag to share her food. The hungry traveler saw the precious stone in the wise woman's bag, admired it, and asked the wise woman to give it to him. The wise woman did so without hesitation. The traveler left, rejoicing in his good fortune. He knew the jewel was worth enough to give him security for the rest of his life. But a few days later, he came back, searching for the wise woman. When he found her, he returned the stone and said, "I've been thinking, I know how valuable the stone is, but I would like to exchange it in hope that you can give me something more precious. If you can teach me the secrets about the power you have within you, the power that enables you to, without hesitation, give me this precious stone." Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. The divine light, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine in the collective we, in all of us. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and for trusting me with your body, heart, spirit, and soul. And to that I say, go in peace and serve love always. Peace and love.